The following is a story from Irish mythology. It is taken from the great epic on Donn, Bull of Cooley, the cattle Raid of Cooley, and this is the translation by Thomas Kinsella. The Quarrel of the Two Pig Keepers, and how the bulls were begotten. What caused the two pig keepers to quarrel? It is soon told. There was bad blood between Ochel Ochna, the king of the Sidhe in Connacht, and Bove, king of the Munster Sidhe. They had two pig keepers, called Freoch, after a boar's bristle, and Rucht, after its grunt. Freoch was Bove's pig keeper, Rucht was Uckel's, and they were good friends. They were both practised in the pagan arts and conformed themselves into any shape, like Mongol MacFiachna. The two pig keepers were on such good terms that the one from the north would bring his pigs down with him when there was a mast of oak and beech nuts in Munster. If the mast fell in the north, the pig keeper from the south would travel northward. There were some who tried to make trouble between them. People in Connacht said their pig keeper had the greater power, while others in Munster said it was theirs who had the greater power. A great mast fell in Munster one year, and the pig keeper from the north came southward with his pigs. His friend made him welcome. "Is it you?" he said. "They are trying to cause trouble between us. Men here say your power is greater than mine." "It is no less anyway," Uckel's pig keeper said. "That's something we can test," Bove's pig keeper said. "I'll cast a spell over your pigs. Even though they eat this mast, they won't grow fat, while mine will." And that is what happened. Uckel's pig keeper had to bring his pigs away with him, so lean and so wretched, they hardly reached home. Everybody laughed at him as he entered his country. "It was a bad day you set out," they said. "Your friend has greater power than you." "It proves nothing," he said. "We'll have mast here in our own turn." And Uckel's pig keeper did the same to them, and they withered. Everybody said then that they had equal power. Bove's pig keeper came back from the north with his lean pigs, and Bove dismissed him from pig keeping. His friend in the north was also dismissed. After this, they spent 2 full years in the shape of birds of prey. The first year at the fort of Cúchullain in North Connacht, and the second at the Sidhe on Finbennach Plain. One day, the men of Munster had collected together at this place. "Those birds are making a terrible babble over there," they said. "They have been quarrelling and behaving like this for a full year now." As they were talking, they saw Fwydel MacFiadmira, Uckel's steward, coming toward them up the hill, and they made him welcome. "Those birds are making a great babble over there," he said. "You would swear they were the same two birds we had back north last year. They kept this up for a whole year." Then they saw the two birds of prey turn suddenly into human shape and become the two pig keepers. They made them welcome. "You can spare your welcome," Bove's pig keeper said. "We bring you only war wailing and fullness of friends' corpses." "What have you been doing?" Bove said. "Nothing good," he said. "From the day we left until today, we spent 2 full years together in the shape of birds. You saw what we did over there. A whole year went like that at Cúchullain, and a year at the Sidhe on Finbennach Plain, so that all men, north and south, have seen our power. Now we are going to take the shape of water creatures and live 2 years under the sea." They left, and each went his own way. One entered the Shannon River, the other the River Suir, and they spent 2 full years under water. One year they were seen devouring each other in the Suir, the next in the Shannon. Next they turned into 2 stags, and each gathered up the other's herds of young deer and made a shambles of his dwelling place. Then they became 2 warriors, gashing each other. Then 2 phantoms, terrifying each other. Then 2 dragons pouring down snow on each other's land. They dropped down then out of the air and became 2 maggots. One of them got into the spring of the river Quarrel in Cooley, where a cow belonging to Dara MacFiachna drank it up. The other got into the wellspring Garrett in Connacht, where a cow belonging to Maeve and Alil drank it. From them, in this way, sprang the 2 bulls. Finbennach, the white horned of A Plain, and Dove, the dark bull of Cooley. Rucht and Freoch were their names when they were pig keepers. Ingen and Etta, Talon and Wing, when they were 2 birds of prey. Bled and Blood, whale and sea beast, when they were 2 undersea creatures. Rin and Fabor, point and edge, when they were two warriors. Scaw and Skia, shadow and shield, when they were two phantoms. Cruinneach and Túneach, when they were two maggots. Finbennach the white and Donn Cooley the brown were their names when they were two bulls. This was the brown bull of Cooley. Dark brown, dire, haughty, with young health, horrific, overwhelming, ferocious, full of craft. Furious, fiery, flanks narrow, brave, brutal, thick-breasted, curly-browed head cocked high, growling and eyes glaring. Tough mane, neck thick and strong, snorting mighty in muzzle and eye, with a true bull's brow, and a wave's charge, and a royal wrath, and the rush of a bear, and a beast's rage, and a bandit's stab, and a lion's fury. 30 grown boys could take their place from rump to nape, a hero to his herd at morning, foolhardy at the herd's head, to his cows the beloved, to husbandmen a prop, the father of great beasts, overlooks the ox of the earth. A white head and white feet had the bull Finbennach, a red body, the colour of blood, as if bathed in blood or dyed in the red bog, or pounded in purple, with his blank paps under breast and back, and his heavy mane and great hoofs, the beloved of the cows of Ay, with ponderous tail, and a stallion's breast, and a cow's eye apple, and a salmon's snout, and hinder haunch he romps in rut, born to bear victory, bellowing in greatness, idol of the ox herd, the prime demon, Finbennach.